Hey guys, hi everyone. We're continuing our Q&A series. And today we have the question, what types of openings are there in windows and doors? I didn't specifically separate windows and doors because a lot of people don't even know the difference. For most, they're just aluminum windows. So I'm going to tell you about all the types of openings, specifically in glazing, that exist. I've got my phone with me here because this is a pretty serious topic. You could say it's my cheat sheet. Alright, let's get started. First up, windows. There are casement windows, which basically just open and close. That's the simplest type, a casement window. The next option is a tilt and turn window. So, it can open and close, and it can also be set to a ventilation position. Next, there's the transom window. A transom window has hinges at the bottom, and at the top there might be a handle or an automatic opener, surface mounted, concealed, it doesn't matter. Or it could have a mechanical remote opener for the transom. The main thing is, it's a transom. A transom just tilts open. In other words, it just tilts open. The next option is top-hung outward opening windows. This is when they don't tilt open like a transom, but instead, they're top-hung, with friction hinges on the sides. Unlike a transom, these open outward by pushing them out. You just push it out, that's it. There might be a handle so you can push it out by hand, or there could be some kind of mechanism that pushes it out for you. But basically, the idea is that it opens outward by being pushed. The next type of opening is parallel sliding windows. So, the principle is basically the same as top-hung windows, except instead of just being pushed out from the bottom, the whole window is pushed out. It's mounted on these scissor hinges on the sides and top, with handles on the sides as well, or it could be automated with a button, doesn't matter. The window just moves out parallel to the glass, like this, sliding out. It extends out by about 150 millimeters, just like that, sliding outward. This is called a parallel sliding window. There are also center pivot windows, where the hinges of the mechanism are located in the middle of the window, right at the center, so when you open it, part of the window swings inside and part swings outside. So the axis is in the center of the window, and that's why it's called a center pivot window. There are windows like that as well. There is also something called guillotine glazing. This is when the windows move vertically, up and down. Most often, it's automated and usually lowers downward. This is used on balconies or in restaurants when you need to open up an area. In this glazing, it just drops down from the top or, sometimes, rises up from the bottom. It's called guillotine glazing. Next, let's look at doors. Doors can be swing doors. That is, a regular door that simply opens and closes like this. Whether it opens inward or outward, it doesn't matter. Just a regular swing door. Doors, meaning these are standard doors on hinges. The next type of doors are doors with an offset axis, so-called pivot doors. That is, their axis of rotation. On a regular door, the hinges are on the side, but on a pivot door, it's at the top and bottom, and it's slightly offset. Where are pivot doors used? Pivot doors are for very large openings, because standard doors can be up to about 3 meters high at most. So they can't be very big. But pivot doors can be 4, 5, or even 6 meters tall. I've seen doors like that. Personally, I've made 4-meter tall doors, measuring 4 meters high by 2 meters wide. They'll be installing them soon. We'll definitely make a video about it for you. It's this huge, awesome glass door, 4 by 2 meters. The next type of door opening is the tilt and slide door. This is the most affordable option for sliding doors. They're called tilt and slide systems. They really have only one advantage, which is that the sash can tilt open for ventilation. But in reality, it doesn't work all that well. You have to pull it toward yourself and then to the side like this. So, it's not the best option. The next type of door opening is the lift and slide door. This is a more modern type of sliding door mechanism. It's very popular right now. We get a lot of requests for them, and we make a lot of these lift and slide constructions. It's really top-notch. How does it work? There's a long handle, and when the handle is pushed down, the door sits on rollers and glides along the rails. When you lift the handle up, the mechanism lowers the door sash onto the frame, making it airtight, and you can't move it anymore. These lift and slide doors can be made with 2 panels, 3 panels, even 4. So, there are a lot of different opening options. And this is a really popular topic. It's called lift and slide doors. By the way, they can be either automatic or manual. The next type of opening is just sliding doors, but they're premium, like really high-end. These are systems like Rainer's Highfinity, Schuco ASS 77PD. That's when you have the minimum amount of profile, the frame is flush with the floor, the glass goes all the way down to the ground, and the profiles are super thin. These systems, they don't have lift and slide mechanisms, they're just sliding. That is, they just move. These are basically just sliding doors, but they're really cool and premium. And the last type of opening is the folding door, or accordion style. So these are folding doors, also known as accordion doors. There are accordion doors made from window profiles with surface-mounted accordion hardware. That's a cheaper option, but it doesn't look great because there's a lot of hardware stuck on everywhere. You can see the rollers, the tracks, all of that is visible, and the door just folds off to the side like this. There's a pretty high threshold there. It's a really budget version of an accordion door. But there are special accordions. For example, Alutech has the BF73 accordion door. We get a real rush for these accordion doors. Almost every other customer comes in and says, I want an accordion door. We make and sell a lot of them. Reynolds and Schuco also have accordion doors. That's it. They can have different opening configurations. You can open up an entire span up to 15 meters wide, fold everything away, and it will still be airtight and insulated. Overall, these are great solutions. So, I've told you everything about the different types of openings. So, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and definitely let me know in the comments what other topics you'd like me to cover, what you'd like to hear about, what you find confusing, or what interests you. And of course, leave your requests. We'll help bring your projects to life. See you all next time. Stay in touch.